going on, Jerome's? So the Minnesota Vikings and general manager adofo-mensah have been very active in the cornerback market as the Vikings are trying to solidify what the hell is going on in that room, and they added another one, right? And, well, it did say it was going to be a notable name, and if you pay attention to the ball, like, you know, Fabian Moreau, because he's been on 17 million teams. But Mike Garafolo, go. The Vikings are signing veteran cornerback Fabian Moreau, source says. Moreau played in 16 games for the Broncos last season with 11 starts, recording 1 interception and 7 passes defended. A former third-round pick of the Commanders heads into his 8th NFL season. And Moreau, so like I said, like, Moreau is a name that has certainly been around the block, and he's good enough where he keeps finding employment, but not so good that he sticks one place for too long, if that makes sense. Now, I feel like that is just above average, just above replacement level, but another body, another veteran with a lot of outside cornerback experience, which is great. Also, so the name Fabian, some of you may know I'm a bit of a history nerd. All right, so the Quintus Fabius Maximus and the whole Fabian strategy. So basically what happened, Carthaginian War with the Romans, after Hannibal, with the audacious move of crossing the Alps with the, like, elephants and stuff, even though most of his elephants died, but, you know, got into Italy proper and then just smashed the consular armies sent against them at the, you know, Lake Trasimene, as well as the Trebia. Well, Trebia came first. But Fabian's strategy, which I think is kind of interesting, is not being aggressive and not fighting him and not squaring off against Hannibal in a pitched battle, because Hannibal is obviously some sort of genius, but just shadowing him throughout Italy, making sure that he stayed away from Rome proper, etc. And I mean, it worked, but of course the politicians in Rome were just like, "Oh, let's just go get him." And then Fabius was eventually out of office, and then Rome went up and tried to fight Hannibal again in the Battle of Cannae, which is maybe the most famous, like, route and envelopment battle in ancient history. It's pretty crazy. But I think it's funny that, you know, Fabian and Fabius, because, like, hey, instead of being aggressive, we'll just shadow. We'll just not get involved. But it actually was a smart strategy. And it's funny because he's a cornerback. Anyways, let's talk about Fabian Moreau today. Background: 30 years young, 6 foot, $198. Thank you for indulging me. Played his college ball at UCLA. Now, as I've said, like a quasi USC fan, but I'm not above wearing the UCLA sweatshirt as an homage, right? Plus, this one is pretty damn comfortable. I don't know what brand this is, but it's really good. But Fabian Moreau, 2017 third-round pick by the Commies, played out his rookie deal on the Potomac, but then joined the Falcons in 2021, joined the Giants in 2022, Denver in 2023. The Vikings will be his 5th team in 5 years, so he's basically like a diet version of Stephon Gilmore. Kind of, man. But he played in 106 career games with 56 starts, 42 career passes broken up with 7 interceptions. Last year with the Broncos, played 739 snaps, 62.9 PFF coverage grade, and like Garafolo said, 7 passes broken up, 1 interception, 87.3 quarterback rating when thrown at. And his draft profile from way back in the day has basically panned out, right? So he's been this tough, long, physical outside corner. This from Lance Zierlein. NFL comp, Darqueze Dennard. Pride of Michigan State, baby. Let's go. Moreau is an explosive athlete who had to transition from running back over to cornerback. While the transition has taken some time thanks to inexperience and his 2015 injury, Moreau's tape shows a more confident and consistent cover man than before. He's very strong and should test well at the combine, but some teams could be turned off by his lack of ball production, which has panned out in the league. He could become an eventual starter for a press man team. So, again, syncing up with exactly what the Vikings need. And, the reason why Moreau keeps finding work is because having a guy that you can just sort of set and forget on the outside and can be competent belt buckle to belt buckle against the receiver on the outside and press man, not a ton of them. So that's why, even though Moreau hasn't stuck anywhere, he's consistently finding work and consistently starting. So that's where we're currently at. And the Vikings cornerback room, so a corresponding move hasn't been announced. Don't know if a player's been let go or put on IR or whatever, but so Moreau joins recent signees Duke Shelley as well as Jacoby Francis, plus Bobby McCain playing some safety and slot. So the Vikings are definitely adding to the cornerback room, and I feel fine about it, where, you know, guys are going to come in and compete, and frankly, at the end of the day, let the best guys stay. Everyone else get shipped out. But again, everything becomes a lot easier if Shaq Griffin comes back from his hamstring injury, as well as Caleb Evans is actually good, which is kind of great, man. But overall, like I know it's not the splash fun signing like a Stephon Gilmore or trading for Tariq Woolen or Marshawn Lattimore. Fully understand that. But for the price, which, I mean, Moreau probably doesn't even count on the top 51 or an offset, but you get a guy who, like I said, has the skills to be coveted and the skills to be signed and skills to get work and start everywhere that he goes, but maybe not so good that he sticks somewhere, right? But your thoughts are thoughts. Vikings sign Fabian Moreau. Not him. The other guy. Nah. Let us know your thoughts, our thoughts, comment section. You guys are the best. You know what to do. Skol, production value.